Good morning, Police Force. Well, it's a very, very chilly morning out there, and it's not too dark. Full moonlight across the sea last night. Absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I'm always busy, even on holidays, but I am returning to full steam ahead very shortly. So I'm just on preparing for that. The livestock's absolutely tip top. They're all fine, and the blue-faced Leicesters even are a lot tougher this year. They seem to be doing okay outside. I keep monitoring them and they seem fine. I just want to talk to you about Christmas Future and keep doing these videos. It's so easy to be carried away with holiday celebrations and when I get back to work fully, the processing lines and not do videos. If I didn't do another video, I wouldn't panic about it. But obviously then I'm not communicating with the audience, my supporters. So videos are a must if you get me. So here we are, Benridge Woolworks Christmas Future. We're starting with a fully fledged wool mill. That's what I've been building for 5 years now. There was no blueprint, there was no training, there was no inheritance, there was nothing. Everything had to be done from scratch. But this point now is the start for me personally. This is the actual start where we have machinery, we have systems, we have knowledge. So what happens from now? Well, the next stage up from now is massive. It's big. So I found a way to grow within the systems that we have, which is a hell of a lot easier because I know the machinery works. I don't need to alter or innovate anymore. All I have to do is streamline things a little bit more, get more help, get more staff. Now, the right people. I'll always wait for the right people to come along. And I think I've said this before. I want the people to come along where it's more than a job. They'll come for the cause. They'll come for, obviously, for work and payment, of course. But I want people to come along because they want to make a difference to the UK wool trade. And that's who I want on my team. And I'm prepared to wait for that. As long as I've got orders coming in, processing lines, stuff getting shipped out, I'm happy. Anyway, there's more members coming on board. That's going forward straight away in January. In January, there's monumental support for Benridge Woolworks. That's in you guys, are the followers, the audience, the customers. The custom is absolutely fantastic. More so in the main breeds this time, rather than the varied breeds, but there are quite a lot of breed study sample packs and micro sales going on, so that's very interesting. And what do I want to achieve first of all? Well, first of all, I want to get the website completely revamped. I'll end the sale on the 5th of January and I want to go right the way through the products, better breed descriptions, make sure that it's viable, but equally steady on the inflated pricing. Sometimes I think maybe this time I'm going to have to be forced to inflate slightly, but equally, you know, I've always been very, very careful. For as long as I've run business, I've always been very careful to keep my products or my services affordable. And that means going back onto reducing costs. Now, I feel like I've done that over and over and over again, really slamming down costs. I don't know if I can do any more. If something surprising comes around and I can reduce that cost, I will. But for now, I feel like I've economized and streamlined as much as I possibly can down at the bottom. Has inflation gone up again? Are some of my products now not really profitable or viable? We have to be in profit to be able to buy down at the bottom and sell out at the top. So the profit to us has to be there, absolutely. Otherwise we won't exist for very long, and that has to be reviewed. So some of the products I'm even removing, or removing as much as possible, such as the waste. There's a little bit of waste on sale still, but I've now aligned with a waste company that comes and picks up the waste and pays for that. And then that allows me to make it viable, easy, not packing boxes for a loss because the shipping rate went up so great. It's putting a ridiculous price onto the waste. If you order 5 kilos or whatever, that's absolutely fine. That's viable. It's when the bulk starts and then I'm packing forever, or we're packing forever, and then how you're not going to inflate a massive price of waste. So with a business buying in bulk and collecting it, anything that comes from our mill, like daggings, skirtings, partially matted stuff, locks that, veg mattery stuff that's rejected, that is absolutely fantastic. That's a separate business going into gardening, into the gardeners market, and that is absolutely fantastic because that's real growth, where businesses, one business needs a product from another business. That product is unviable to me, but very viable to them. And then if they went into my stuff, they're spreading themselves too thinly if I went into their stuff, and vice versa. So that's that sort of alignment, those opportunities, is something that I'm going to really strive for next year. We're going to be doing the first sea freight international shipment to Australia. I really hope this goes well. I think it will. It's so far so good. The plan's all there. We'll definitely see what happens there. I can't wait to get that underway. And what else? Oh yes, I really want to. I just want to give it another month, I think, just to see how the year starts, and then come up with a proper report of which breeds. So we sell 83 breeds of woolen fibre off UK soil, 100% British woolen fibre, and I want to publish which breeds sell best, which breeds need a bit of help, and which breeds need a lot of help. So that's one thing going forwards. Once the operations are really stable, it's taken all year to stabilise operations and shipping, mainly because of the changes that are just so hard to keep up with. Things changed overnight, like they slammed multi-parcel shipping. That was a major challenge, just a nightmare. But hopefully, I think whatever's changed has changed, and I think we're stable. We're a lot more stable now on operations and shipping, so therefore there'll be more things that we're able to do more in a more focused way, like communications, customer relations, etc. So that's underway for this year, and focus on performance and sort of audits, sort of internal audits and self-reviews and things like that. That's going to make a huge difference, I think, this year. So the growth can be within, we can increase sales, we can increase growth through extra staffing and through growing into, running both carders, running a micro and a macro scouring system, stabilising operations. The growth will come from the quality control and the communications. My 12-month plan is to instill positivity in the marketplace. I think that positive attitude is just, it means everything. It means everything. That just keeping positive, keeping going, keeping growing, pushing through challenges, solving issues, turning it around, riding the current, going on the good. That's absolutely the way that the whole thing needs to go. So I'm really excited to finish off year 5. So we started in March 2020. Until then, until March 2026, that's the end of year 5, and we start year 6 in March. The 20th of March 2026 is the beginning of year 6, and all these plans, all the points that I've said will then unfold.